welcome back to my channel. It is your Scarlett here today, and if you are new, hit the subscribe button down below so you do not miss a future upload. And today's video is going to be another part of my top 10 series, which of course has been inspired by my sissy. She gave me the idea to do my top 10 Carpenter songs at the moment, so without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Okie dokie, so we're gonna do 10 to 1. So at number 10 right now, it is Rainy Days and Mondays. I feel like this is like a personal song for me. Also, probably a jump scare to everybody. My hair is darker, so I am trying to figure out my color palette, so hopefully I don't look too washed out in this video. But number 10 is Rainy Days and Mondays, so I have been feeling nostalgic and going back through like the first couple of songs that I really like fell in love with the Carpenters, Rainy Days and Mondays, and we're going to just begin with the two that I fell in love with back in 2015, which started my Carpenters fanatics like obsession. And the lyrics are just very like sentimental to me right now, and I definitely could put myself in the shoes of the singer, the way Karen sang it. Number 9 is I'll Be Yours. This is a song that a lot of people may not know right off the back, or bat, however you say it, because this is I think it's the B-side to her first single, Karen's single. So if you guys didn't know, in 1966, Karen got signed to a small label, Magic Lamp Records, cut 45. There's only like 500 copies that were ever pressed, most went to family and friends. They couldn't get them pushed. This was before their tape landed on Herb Albert's desk at A&M Records in like 68, 69. I digress. If you guys know that Carpenter story. I always say that word. But I'll Be Yours, I think this should have been the A side of the single, and I definitely think this would have got them a little bit more, even if it was just Karen Carpenter's name out there, it would have gotten them a little bit quicker instead of having to go through their, I think there was like a quartet or something they did, Spectrum, with a couple of people from college right before they ended up splitting and then just staying to themselves as the duo of the Carpenters, with, of course, without the part, because they weren't with the article. Number 8 is When He Smiles. This song is actually from, I believe it was 1971, when they were in London London or England, somewhere across the ocean, doing a BBC special or like live concert performance. I love this song so much. I really wish it had a more studioized version. It is super good. Especially, I wish they would have revisited it later once Karen's vocals got more mature, because her voice by like 82 when she did her last song, which actually is on my top 10, you'll see it in a little bit or hear about it in a little bit. Her voice got so more mature and like so much like wisdom, if that is a way to put it. So it would have been nice to see like when she got like in her later 20s instead of just like her mid or early 20s. Now number 7 is Don't Be Afraid. This is off the Ticket to Ride / Offering album. I know a lot of people have like a mixed feeling about the first album they did. I think it was experimental. They were trying to figure out their voice, Karen's voice, because she was developing it more instead of like defining the ranges, I would say, because she sings like a little bit lower for Ticket to Ride. She re-records it in like 72, 73 for the singles, 69 to 73 album, if you guys didn't know that. Such a cute song, Don't Be Afraid to Love. I don't know, it's just so cute. Now, number 6 is actually a song that Karen did during her solo sessions in 1979, but the version that I've been listening to because of my Spotify AI DJ has been playing the one off of Love Lines. It is If I Had You. This is at number 6, and I love Karen's vocal performance. It's very true to the Carpenters-esque style, because Richard, of course, was not involved. He was off dealing with his own demons at the time when Karen went to New York and did her solo album, which I could say a zillion things about this album. I really wish it had been released in 1980 when it was supposed to. I think this was just another straw that broke her back, in other words, because she had put so much time, money, and effort into this album, and it got shelved. It should not have gotten shelved. I wish we could go back to the past. I'm glad it saw the daylight in 1996 when it finally got onto CD, but I could only imagine what Karen would have felt if she had been here when it was released, if that makes sense. Number 5 is for my happiness, my soul, my inspiration, my two favorite people ever collabed. The Carpenters and Perry Como did a medley for Perry Como's 1974 Christmas special, and the I think it's like 5 or 7 minute version is available on Spotify because it is on the album Richard did in 2001 As Time Goes By. And your girl, I'm glad that it's available. I just wish it was to the true authenticity part, but I think they had issues with Perry Como's estate at the time when Richard was putting this out. So Richard does do some of the vocals, which was not originally done in the 74 version, which is absolutely okay. Richard does have a decent voice, I think. I really like, and this is like off topic, love it, I Kept on Loving You. That is a good song that Richard did during the Carpenter days. And then the other one that is kind of cute and quirky is Piano Picker. But that's totally not on, that's like, I guess, 2 honorable mentions within the video. I gotta get back on track, guys, sorry. Anyways, but the Carpenters and Perry Como, if it wasn't for the Carpenters, I would never known about Perry Como, which is so funny. Like, I feel like I listened to his Christmas stuff, like, when I was younger. Like, of course, they always play stuff on the radio, but not, like, Catch a Falling Star, and I Love You So. That song, And I Love You So, that's my favorite song in the entire world. And number 4 is Happy. This song has always bounced around on my top whatever I do on Spotify, because it's just that song. It's very different than like the vibe of Solitaire and like Love Me For What I Am on the same album as the Horizon album. So it's just got that like, oh, well, actually something. I will just keep my comments about it because I have talked about this song so much in my other videos. So go check out my other videos where I talk about the Carpenters or any of my top Spotify songs. And number 3 is The Nostalgia, Those Good Old Dreams. This song is super nostalgic. It just gives me that vibe. And like when I hear it, I know it's like as a child, I was known for make believing. When I hear that, I picture like everybody from the 70s that I absolutely love and adore. So like I think the reason why I really associate with that is because if you guys don't know, I run a fan page, 70s Forever on IG. It's spelled out 70s and then forever. I do anniversary edits. So I've had my account officially, I think 7 years now. Mind blown. And I have made some incredible friends. I have a bunch of people that I'm mutual friends with. So like Jacqueline Smith follows me, Marie Osmond follows me on that page, the DeFranco, so 2 of the well, I think 3 of them actually, or some of the DeFrancos. So Marissa, she's like one of my closest acquaintances now. Tony DeFranco follows it. So I think of this song, Those Gold Dreams, because I used this song for an edit on that account about 2 years ago when it was my 5-year anniversary, which was crazy at the time because when I started the page, I didn't realize how many people would like become involved in it that actually are from the 70s. Which is crazy to me, and I'm utterly grateful, and like it blows my mind knowing that I like talk to Marissa DeFranco like almost on a daily basis or weekly basis. And then of course Jacqueline Smith, if you guys didn't know, I was also able to talk to Jacqueline Smith on TV last year for one of her shopping network segments. They chose me from my 70s account, which is absolutely crazy to me. That was a so incredible opportunity. But Those Good Old Dreams is because I wish it could be literally the 1970s where I could be with these people in their prime and be with the music. Now, number 2 is going to be kind of like a wild card for some people, but it's also off the same album that Those Good Old Dreams comes from. This is off not Touch Me Before Dancing, Made in America. Touch Me Before Dancing is on that album. It's off the Made in America album. It's I Believe You. I really don't know how this song started getting played a lot. I think it was my AI DJ brought it back to my attention. I really love it. It's more of more mature song indirectly, and I love that Karen is able to do it so elegantly. And then number 1 is Now. This is the last song Karen ever, that we know of, recorded on the break from her anorexia nervosa treatment in New York, and I think it was like April or May of 1982. So almost like 9 months before she passed away, she came back to California, went with Richard to the studio and worked on this song. I also found out recently that it's actually Englishized version of a Japanese song that was also written, I think, by somebody that was on A&M at the time. I will try and find the link to the actual song, and then there's like a whole story on the video itself. It is really crazy how they turned the Japanese song into this Englishized version of it. It's so beautiful. The original version by I don't even know her name. I heard it a couple of days ago. So make sure you guys go check it out. And if you're big Carpenter fans, you're going to see like, oh my gosh, like they actually kept like most of the instrumental part to the original song. But those are my top 10 songs at the moment by the Carpenters, and I'll give 3 honorable mentions in just a second. Okay, so I'm gonna say top 3 because one of them I would say is like literally the half, like the whole other side of the album. So number, I guess like 11, which would be at the other side. So I did 10 to 1, but another honorable mention would be the Oldies medley from the Now and Then album. I absolutely love the way that Richard arranged the whole album with Karen and like Karen's vocals at the time. They were in their prime at this time. I really feel like in 1973 to 1974, before the burnout started kicking in by 75. And of course, this is still really good records on the latter half of the 70s, but this is like when they were just like hit after hit after hit after hit, because they had that, that what do you call it, adrenaline, because they knew that they were able to do what they wanted to do for the rest of their lives, was produce music. And then number 12 would have to be the, again, medley, but this is Superstar and Rainy Days and Mondays. I don't know what it is that makes, I guess it's like an itch. I don't know if that's how people describe it, like an itch in your brain. The way that they mashed the two songs together for the 76 TV special, Karen's vocals were just so perfect in that take, and I wish I could have heard it live. I don't know if they ever performed like some of their songs like in a medley live. I don't know if that ever happened to like hopefully give more time to like do storytelling and stuff during their shows. I really don't know what would happen at a Carpenters concert. What if? And then number 13 is going to be a song for you. This song is, I don't know what it is about the song, because like I'm not a singer, so maybe it's just because like I loved you in another space or time or something along those lines of the lyrics. I can't remember, because like sometimes when I change the lyrics in my own head and then I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not the original lyrics. I don't know if anybody else does that. You like change it to like maybe your situation. But I've loved these people in another space and time, and they feel like friends of mine, kind of like the lyrics, like I loved you, like that's the way the lyrics are. I just wish there was a time machine. But thank you guys so much for watching this new video on my channel. If you guys did like it, give this video a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe because it is free. And there's a whole playlist that I will link here at the end that includes all my according to Spotify ... So like ABBA, Carpenters. I did a deep dive on the Bay City Rollers. I spoke forever on that one. That one was like I feel like that one I really talked more of, because I've never really talked about the Bay City Rollers on my account. Of course, there's Carpenters, and then coming soon should be Charlie Pride and Mamas and Papas / Cass Elliot. But I'll catch you guys in one of my next videos hopefully soon. Love you, bye!